Welcome, everyone, to the 12th episode of the English for Beginners podcast on English Ears. Today's topic is something we all use every single day: telling the time and making appointments.
Hi, everyone. Yes, Ahmed. Asking about the time, talking about our daily schedule, or setting a meeting. It's all part of basic conversation in English.
Imagine you're traveling, going to a job interview, or even just meeting a friend. If you don't know how to say or understand time in English, that can be a problem.
Exactly. That's why in this episode, we'll learn how to ask and tell the time, how to say days and dates, and how to make and change appointments politely.
Whether it's 8:15 in the morning or 5:45 in the evening, today you'll learn to say it clearly and confidently. One of the first things beginners need to learn is how to ask and tell the time. It's a daily skill, and we use it everywhere: at school, at work, and in appointments.
The most common question is, what time is it?
And to answer, we can say, it's 3 o'clock. It's 7:30. It's 8:45. It's 4:15.
We also use the 12-hour system and the 24-hour system.
In the 12-hour system, we say AM and PM. AM means the time from midnight to noon. PM means the time from noon to midnight.
So, 2 p.m. is the same as 1400 in the 24-hour system.
Let's look at a few examples using both systems. 8 a.m. equals 8 in the morning. 1400 equals 2 in the afternoon. 1830 equals 6:30 in the evening. 23:15 equals 11:15 at night.
Time can be tricky at first, but the more you listen and practice, the easier it gets.
Now that we know how to ask about the time, let's do a quick exercise together.
I'll say a time in numbers, and you, Ahmed, will say it in English. Then we'll switch.
Oh, sounds fun. Let's go.
What time is it? 7:30.
It's 7:30.
Good. Now try this one. 15:30s.
It's 3:15. Yasmina, talking about daily routines is one of the best ways to practice using time and numbers in English. When you describe your daily schedule, you naturally say the time you do things, so it helps you remember expressions like o'clock, 7:30, and other time phrases. So what time do you usually wake up every day?
I usually wake up at 7 o'clock every morning. After that, I brush my teeth and get ready. Then I have breakfast at 7:30. Sometimes I eat quickly because I'm in a hurry. What about you, Ahmed? What's your morning routine and time?
I get up earlier, around 6:30. I usually take a shower right after waking up. Then I have my breakfast and I leave for work at 8 o'clock sharp. I wake up o'clock. I keep your eyes to return. I return and return work. For me, talking about these times is really helpful to remember the numbers and the expressions. For example, 6:30 means 6:30, and o'clock means exactly on the hour.
That's great. And it's interesting how we can use different phrases to talk about time. Like 8:45 means 8:45. It's really useful in conversations. When you tell your friends what time you do things, you practice naturally. So, when do you finish work in the evening?
I finish work at 5 o'clock in the evening. After that, I usually like to relax, maybe watch some TV or read a book. What about your evening, Yasmina?
I usually have dinner at 7 o'clock. Then I try to finish my work or study before going to bed by 10 o'clock. It's important for me to get enough rest to be ready for the next day. Talking about my daily routine helps me remember how to say time expressions better.
Perfect. So talking about daily routines is not just about what you do, but it's also a practical way to use and understand time expressions like o'clock, half past, and 1:45. This makes learning easier and more fun. Yasmina, one important skill in English is making appointments. It means arranging a time to meet or do something together. For example, if I want to meet you, I can say, "Can we meet at 5 p.m.?" What do you think?
Yes, that's clear and polite. And if you want to check if I'm available, you can ask, "Are you free tomorrow morning?" This way, you make sure the time is good for me.
Exactly. After that, if the time works, I can say, "Let's meet on Monday at 2. It's simple and direct. We can also use words like morning, afternoon, evening, or night to be more specific.
For example, I might say, "I'm busy in the morning, but I'm free in the afternoon." Or, "Can we meet in the evening?" These expressions help make plans clear.
Also, when you confirm an appointment, you can say, "See you tomorrow morning at 9." Or, "I'll meet you on Friday evening." Adding these words makes your English sound natural.
So, remember these phrases when you want to make appointments. It's all about being polite and clear.
Yasmina, besides saying the exact time, there are many common expressions we use to talk about time. For example, on time means arriving exactly when planned.
Right. And in time means arriving before something happens, just early enough. Like if a meeting starts at 9, arriving at 8:59 is in time.
Then we have late, which means arriving after the planned time, and early means before the planned time.
Yes. Also, when we talk about parts of the day, we use expressions like around noon, which means about 12 o'clock, by 5 o'clock, meaning before 5, and at night, which means after the evening.
These phrases help us speak more naturally and understand time better.
So, try to use these time expressions when you talk about your plans or schedule. Thank you for listening to episode 12 of English for Beginners on English Ears.
Keep practicing telling the time and making appointments. It will help you every day.
Don't forget to subscribe and check out our previous episodes.
See you next time.
Don't forget to subscribe.